Good morning, traders. 19th of October. I'm going to give you a brief morning analysis. I think I spoke to you on Sunday night, and we talked about this market being in a massive bull trend accelerated phase that was just ramming. And you can see I talked about these few trend lines I popped on and found that in that analysis, and it broke. And you can see overnight that they jumped on it, but this had more to do with China. Nevertheless, it's just amazing. This is as good as you're going to get in terms of trading the futures when you're, especially in this type of market state, and price has broken completely down overnight, but unrelated to the United States. So, you know, once again, this is discount, and this is going to be chewed up, and it doesn't get much better than this. So this was the trade yesterday. There was no way that this thing was going to blow through to 30. I take it back, through 30, which was actually the top daily MA. So they're just, and that was probably as good as you're ever going to get in terms of getting on board and having an unbelievable opportunity. I thought that they might just hold up around the daily pivot and maybe sink a little bit, but when they give it to you like this as a futures trader, I'm just sorry. This is about as good as it's going to get in terms of trading it. And, I will even go, uh, this is a little overdone. I presently have a short right now. Um, I'm going to just take a quick look at this, guys, so you can see the results of that particular trade yesterday and why it's always important to, you know, when you do the homework, which I tend to do, I'm anticipating every possible scenario that could come into play before I start the trade and how I want to attack it when it gets to that particular place. And there it is. This is yesterday morning. Now, unfortunately for me, because I had to leave, I took it here. Okay. Now, when I take these trades from extreme locations, I don't use the general stop that most people trade with. They use a two handle, a two for two. Because of the significance of the location, I'll expand it a little, my stops more, and give my trade a little room to breathe. I had to walk the dogs. I had no choice. Um, so by the time I came back, the market had already, and they gave it to you. They gave everybody in the morning the opportunity to get this trade. This is as pretty as it gets. They came all the way up to here. This is the time was a daily MA. Okay, and that is why it failed. I think it was somewhere, sorry, right in here, I think. No, actually, it was right here, 46. That's why it failed. Or no, my bad. I deeply, deeply apologize. It was somewhere in here. Well, in any event, take my word for it. It faded. That 46 high was that they sold off of. Uh, my charts are messed. My apologies, traders. Was basically right there, or no, right there. I'm sorry, I'm all over the board because I'm seeing all these different charts, and then this is a classic double bottom, just above S2. Ideally, I'd always want to see price pinch through it, but what are we doing down there to begin with? You know, based on this market accelerating, and you could pretty much see that it just rammed them all the way up to the fact, look where we're at now. We gapped higher again. Um, we have probably about 15 handles left to get us back to settlement. I just don't know if that's what they're going to do. But based on this development, as long as price doesn't push through this thing right here, probably about 96, 97, um, I probably expect another breakthrough through R1, and then maybe we'll finish off the rest of the gap fill. But be careful. Make sure you get confirmation. Don't just take my word for it. I mean, look how far we ran up this morning, 1504, and we've just completely ran almost 30 some odd handles away from settlement yet again. I mean, this market, it is what it is. We know that this market is super strong, and it wants to go to the contract highs in every market. So look at the Dow. Okay, the picture it is. I talked to you about this Sunday night. This is probably the expected targets. How they're going to get there, we don't know. We're just going to trade around it and take advantage of the opportunities within. So be careful. I pay attention to how this market in this morning handles R1. Once again, we're still all above settlement price, which is somewhere in here. And I also talked to you about this on Sunday, how 80 could be an issue, and you can see that yesterday it just pretty much digested in and around it. It just was enough. Nobody wanted to take a shot. I don't know what happened overnight. Maybe some positive news got the European markets rallying this. I'm sure we're going to support that view, and it'll let it finish wiping out this little euphoric rally and squeezing out some late longs. That's pretty much what I think should happen here. I don't know how the magnitude of this one. It is a blue to red. It is a significant pullback. It's overdone, but like I said, you're in an accelerated phase. Just make sure you get confirmation when you take counter trend short positions against them. Like I said, the ideally you want to be long, and you just got to be patient enough to wait for the best possible opportunities. All right, you might get one from R1 here early. It might stop. It might pinch through here and ram up one more time. I don't know. We'll just have to watch. Momentum is still hard to the downside, but that could change. But I think what's more important was why that buying opportunity was so significant yesterday. Look at that. I mean, it's just sitting right off this MA. There was this no way the market was going to push through here. Not if it wasn't related to anything in our economy. It was just an overnight global issue. It had to do with China, and I think China's manufacturing numbers were down, or so to speak, or retail sales. I don't know exactly which. They were slightly under. I think they expected 5.2. They got 4.9, and they sold off in a panic. So anyway, we ate it up, and we digested right around here before we took another charge yesterday. So these are areas of interest. 58 could be it. Obviously, the pivot in case this thing really gets out of control and rolls all the way down. I mean, you just never know. But we do know this: we are in a bull trend acceleration. It continues to confirm it. It's making higher highs. You want to be on board, but make sure you get confirmation. That's about all I can give you right now, guys. Um, I took that long yesterday. I took the short here. I was a little late. I'm gonna stay with it, and I'll just put my stop down and let's see how this thing plays out. I'd watch for some type of development within here. In fact, let's take a look. And I like to use the Dow. The Dow helps me kind of confirm my position. So if it's moving in the right direction of mine, you can see how the Dow is also trying to digest its upper resistance level right here at 20 at 35 240. So both markets are right now sitting at it. The only problem I see here is momentum is still strong to the downside, but I've seen it stop on a dime and reverse. So let's see how this comes. It opens in about another 15 minutes. So good luck trading, guys, and pay attention to your areas. Like once again, you still have about 15, 16 handles of gap. If you get another signal to the short side, get a pivot, take it. Otherwise, back off, let this market find its way, and then find your best opportunities. All right, guys, good luck trading.